Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Mariya. This channel is about spirituality. Please subscribe below so we can be YouTube friends. This is my April energy update. Oh my God, you guys, April is going to be fire. And I mean it, like literally fire. There are so many fire energies. I haven't seen this in some time. It is going to be a beautiful month. Now, I'm a fire sign. Fire is all over my natal chart. So you guys, this feels like a homecoming. Now, this fire is very interesting that we are to expect in April. It is the fire of the purge. It is the dismantling of old identities. It is the innovative fire. It is the fire of the revolutionary. It is the fire of authenticity. It is the fire that does not take no for an answer. And it is here to cleanse. It is here to heal. It is here to remove things from your life that no longer belong. Whether those things are physical, whether those things are mental frequencies, whether those are emotions that no longer serve you. And it will dismantle how you think about yourself if how you think about yourself is limiting for you and for your path. This is a beautiful fire. I'm not saying it is an easy energy. For a lot of people, fire can be intense. It can be emotional. Fire can be unapologetic. Fire is an energy that just comes and in a good way possesses your life. My guides are showing me this field and like fire, like the flame just shoots straight ahead across the field. And yes, everything is burning in the aftermath, but it's the good fire. It's the release. It reminds us that there are certain things that we have built in our lives on false foundations. If those foundations are not truly ours, if these false foundations are holding us back from who we are and who we're meant to be, they are meant to be dismantled. There is a whole lot of dismantling in our mental structures, in our identity, how we think about ourselves, what we are committed to for ourselves, the things we are and are not going to settle for in life. This is the fire of a new beginning, and it comes seemingly out of nowhere to show us that there is a different way. There is another way. That there is light at the end of the tunnel, that you don't have to settle for things that you have in your life just because you have been doing that for some time. This is, in a way, a fire of hope. This fire reminds us that we are all creator beings, which means that we are in charge and we are in control. Now, I'm not going to lie. This month is going to feel like a purge, and purge type of months can be energetically heavy. It may feel like somebody's trying to sweep the rug from under your feet. It may feel like the energies are quite unsettled. Some of you may be called to go and do some soul searching, that you would literally feel like you need more answers than what you have. Some deep introspection times may be required. Some journeys may be required, medicinal plant journeys. It is an invitation to go within. The month of April is definitely not going to leave you how it has found you. It is going to force you to face these existential questions of who am I truly? When all of the masks are gone, when I'm just staring at myself in the mirror, who am I truly? What does my soul look like? What does my heart look like? What does my heart truly desire? It is a month that is going to reveal things to you about you that you did not know. We have had quite a number of months of revelations, I feel like, but those may have been about other people in your life or certain circumstances in your life. April is going to show you something about you that you didn't know that you didn't know. It could be an undercurrent, a pattern that is so deeply ingrained in you that you may not have even noticed that you're carrying that frequency. And when you are forced to examine yourself in this way, what you may be deciding or what you may decide as a result around how you want your life to go on may be quite interesting. April comes to help relieve you of some of the masks. Some of the coping mechanisms are here to drop. The mechanisms that we have developed back in childhood that felt safe at one point, that felt like that was the only way we could carry on. April knows better. April is here to shine the torch of our own personal evolution in front of our eyes to remind us that we are bigger than we have ever thought of ourselves. It is a month where we start reclaiming our power in a major way. And it happens through an identity shift. For some of you, it may be an identity expanded. Whereas you may have only thought of yourself as this one thing. All of a sudden, April comes and you notice all of these other things about yourself that you can no longer put in a closet on lock and stow away and not have to deal with. It could be the expansion of identity, or it can be a complete shift, like a complete flip of like, this is what I used to be, and now I'm stepping into something else new and different. From this perspective, April can be a very pivotal month. Now, the energies of fire, they're not gentle, they're not coaxing. They are heated, they are fast, sometimes they are quite abrupt. It's rapid shifts and rapid changes. So don't expect a slow, mellow, easygoing month. This is going to be a month of intense emotions. This is going to be a month of intense aha moments and intense release, in a sense that the certain really, really deep set stuck patterns and behaviors that you have carried with yourself for decades are going to start falling away, and you're going to be able to emerge out of those, call them trials and tribulations, very much renewed. It is a month of authenticity. One of the themes for April is certainly authenticity. It is you finally getting real with yourself about the things in your life that cannot go on the way they have been. And those things may have been brewing for some time, or they may be fresh and new and literally something you just noticed. It's going to run the full gamut. However, make no mistake, April is here to bring you closer to your intended path, to your true life's purpose. Remember, you are bigger than you've given yourself the credit for, because April is also a month of expansion. So as you are being forced to expand your identity, you're being forced to expand it towards your greatest expansion. In other words, you're forced to recognize certain talents, certain gifts within yourself that you have refused to recognize up until this point. Some of you may sense, may hear, may feel, may receive a calling to embark on a new journey, to birth a project, to write that book, to start that venture, to do whatever you need to do to move forward. Pay attention to your dreams in the month of April. Pay attention to the premonitions, to the gut feelings, to the intuitive hits, to synchronicities, to signs, to deja vu moments. All of these ways, or all of these are ways that the universe is communicating with you through. April is going to be a very fast-paced month. We're not getting a break in the month of April. I wish, because after a really heavy, energetically, after a very heavy March, we'd hope that April would be a respite, and it will be. Towards the end of April, there is a lot of air, in a sense that there is a lot of expansion. You may start feeling like, okay, I'm finally getting the grasp of this. At the end of April, there is that sense of relief after the battle, a sense of the job well done, sense of finally having passed the tumultuous waters and getting onto the shore, that sense of homecoming. That's towards the end of the month. Now, you first have to purge before that can even become available to you or possible to you. What are some of the themes? What are some of the very common topics around which we shall purge? Interesting, the mother-daughter relationship comes very strong. So there's something for you to heal there as a mom with your daughter, as a daughter with your mom. If there is some residual grievance there, that is going to come front and center in April. You would be surprised. May come out of nowhere. Feelings of smallness around identity, feeling small, feeling insignificant, feeling like you are, like your opinion doesn't matter and like you're invisible. All of these things are going to be tested. In other words, if you believe that you are small and insignificant, that belief is going to be tested. You may be shown your own power. Or the universe may push you towards believing in yourself in another way. What can be the way? Sometimes the universe throws you a curveball to show you how strong you are. So if there are any negative circumstances in the month of April, for example, you're being let go from a job, or you found out your spouse is cheating on you, whatever those may be, understand that this is a part of the cleanse. This is a part of the purge, right? Nobody said it's easy. Nobody said that relieving yourself of baggage that is decades, if not lifetimes old, is going to be easy, seamless, and fast. But because the fire of April is a cleansing fire and it's very mighty, it's very potent, it has this unique ability to remove like 10 layers of skin all in one go. It's like rip it off like a Band-Aid kind of month. It may hurt initially, but it's going to be so much worth it. So get really good and comfortable with letting go and expect to redefine who you are in the month of April. Ask yourself the hard questions, and most importantly, don't shy away from the answers, because it is in your ability to face those answers head on that your true strength lies. What they're also showing me is a lot of little green sprouts. All these little green sprouts, all of these little seedlings that are starting to come up for air, all of these greenery that is going to start to emerge towards the end of the month after the demolition happens, after the space has been created, after the baggage has been removed. There are all of these seedlings, all of these sprouts that have been there potentially for quite some time. Or those little sprouts, all of these little new energies in your new projects or new people in your life, they're coming to see, like to face you. They're coming to finally show themselves. However, they have been coming for quite some time, but because there has been a layer of all these dust and grime on top of the little saplings and the seedlings, you were not able to see them. All of a sudden, you have this clarity of all of these opportunities that have been knocking on your door, and you have been perhaps saying no. April is going to be a month that helps you grow roots in a very interesting way. It helps you become grounded in this new identity, in this new reality, however you choose to redefine yourself. But this is very much a month of rooting into this new earth, into this new paradigm that you create for yourself, into potentially new habits. New habits are going to be really easy, comparatively speaking, to establish in the month of April. It's almost like the earth itself is such a fertile soil for all things new to be anchored. So if you've been looking to shift a habit, to, start working out, or to change what you eat, to quit alcohol, to quit coffee, whatever that may be, April is actually a really, really good month. Starting from April 15th, don't do it prior. So if you're looking to change the habit, April 15th onward. The blessings of the month, I usually do the blessings of the month, very fast-paced, very revelatory. April is really passionate. So you may feel that ignition, that motivation to really change things, to really build for yourself a better life. So those energies are very beautiful. They are very much outside of you and within you. And that makes you be a perfect vibrational match to this period, right? Sometimes I'm sensing energies and they're not quite in people, they're around people. So it's almost like we're swimming in the energy. This month, though, the stream of fire comes through us, through all of our chakras, and it is around us. And that is a very cohesive field. So you may notice that change comes a lot easier to you in the month of April than it normally does. Now, there's something to be said about resistance, but the fire is so strong that in the month of April, you may find yourself and you may surprise yourself with how willing you are to experience change, how easy it is for you to let go, how easy it is for you to believe in yourself. All of these things are very beautiful, big, big, big blessings. I'm also sensing a large amount of clearing in the solar plexus and in the crown chakra specifically. which is great because, again, solar plexus is associated with our identity. So it's no big surprise that you may feel a clearing there. Now, of course, from the physical symptoms, the solar plexus is all kinds of stomach aches are in the solar plexus. So you may have, that to grapple with. And then as far as your crown center, your seventh chakra being cleared up, there is a potential for headaches, potential of feeling a little bit discombobulated and not fully grounded in this reality, a lot of work being done on the crown. The good news is, once this clearing is done, messages are going to be able to come through and come into your aura a lot easier than before. So that is very much a blessing, all of the clearings on the chakras. The challenges of the month is it's not, despite the fact that April gives us a chance to get grounded in our new identity towards the end of the month and really root and earth and feel present with this reality, feel like we can make changes and impact the outside world. The majority of the month is going to feel anything other than stable. It's going to feel like all the things in your life are up in the air and everything's up for grabs and everything is either floating or falling or just causing mayhem one way or another. This is not an emotionally stable month for anyone. Your pets may act a little bit weird. Your kids may act a little bit weird. You yourself may act a little bit weird. Understand that this is a part of the purge. And don't expect an easy, relaxing, run-of-the-mill type of month, because April is anything but. But it is paving the way for everything else that's to come later in the year. And by the way, April is setting us up for the next 9-year cycle. So this, the numerology of 2025 is, of course, a 9, which is the completion of the cycle. And in April, it truly does start to feel like we're completing something because all of these foundations are being dismantled. All of these old, outlived notions are being dismantled. And not just personally, but in society as well. You may notice certain things crumbling, certain instability, the push and the pull. The tension's running high. People are, a lot of arguments and a lot of conflicts. Not a very easygoing month. But again, it is a purge, and that fire is here to cleanse. So don't worry. Don't think of this fire as an enemy. Lean into the fire energies of April. They're cleansing. They are helpful. They mean well. Solar activity is at an all-time high in April. So if you're very sensitive to the energies of the sun, to solar flares, do expect some physical symptoms. Our bodies are going through a recalibration energetically as well. So energetically, you may feel some days you're very full of energy and other days you're completely wiped out in the month of April. You're not going crazy. This too shall pass. Unfortunately, during the months of purge, like April, it's really hard to impossible for the universe to keep the energies steady inside of your bodies. So you're going to experience the ups and the downs and a little bit of everything, frankly. The full roller coaster of emotions is going to come forward. Breathe deeply. Take even more time than usual for calming activities. Spend time near water if you can. It's really natural bodies of water or taking longer than normal showers and baths intentionally. Allowing your body to come down a little bit because you will need these little moments of respite in between the cleanses. And know that, again, with all things being equal, and if I were to just look at the month of April, to put it whether on the positive scale or the negative scale, I would say April is a fantastic month. I see it in a positive light. Change is always great. And there's going to be something really bigger, and there's going to be something really fantastic coming for us towards the end of the year, thanks to the energies that April is setting up. That's it, my loves. Don't forget to meditate, drink plenty of water. This too shall pass, and let's celebrate April. Please let me know in the comments if you started to feel the energies, how, the energies of April have been landing for you, because I know a lot of you sensitive beings are starting to feel these energies up to 7 days prior. So would love to hear your thoughts. So much love for you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, loves.